Hey everybody, it's Eileen. I am so sorry we had a little issue with our channel not cooperating. I'm trying to make this so you can see and not have this thing in the corner, but sorry guys. I'm thinking maybe this is a big mistake today, but hope that you guys can go along like usual and go along with the program. Okay. Susie, thankfully, is here, so she can tell me if there are any comments or questions. There's one person on. God bless you, whoever that, maybe it's you. Thank you.
That's me, yes. Charlotta's here.
Oh, Charlotta, you are so good. All right, well, you know what? The show must go on.
Okay, it's
Can you
not
see
taken. See, it's not. This
There
is.
might be a delay.
Oh,
There's probably a delay.
okay.
Oh, okay. There's Charlotta. All right. Well, I don't know, guys. We're just going to plow ahead, and it says there's 3 people.
See, there's the.
Okay.
It hasn't caught up.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe that's me and not that.
can you guys
Live.
maybe refresh? Oh, my hands are there. All right. I don't know, guys. We're just going to give
There,
our
you're
best
there.
shot.
You're there.
Thank you for coming. Sorry for all the technical stuff, but I had all of my tags ready to go, and Susie was here and said she would help me. Well, she didn't actually say she would help me, but I hope she is. So we are going to talk about 10 ways that you can use tags in your journals. And the reason that I thought about was because I want to make some tags out of some of the stuff that I found, ephemera and just other things that I had. And I think tags are very useful. And in fact, I had a team meeting before and I was asking people, what is it that makes something a tag? And I think what we came up with was that it had a place for you to hang something. You could hang it from something. So like there is a hole for you to attach it to something or make a decorative, loop or something. So anyway, we are going to go through and see different ways that you can use them in your journal. Now, last video was 10 ways to decorate craft pages, and so I have put them into my book, and this is the hand-bound journal from Sizzix. So if you don't have one, you probably want it because it's very versatile. So today we're going to take this die right here, and we are going to use tags to go inside your book. And not on how to decorate. We're not talking about how to decorate them, or we're talking about how to use them in a book. So we have our little list of 10 ideas, so we're going to share them in a little bit. Susie, is everybody okay over there?
Yes, we've got.
All right.
Tanya's there.
Oh, good.
Diane Mullins, Charlotta,
good.
Kaylin.
Ah, very
Avril,
nice. Okay.
Leslie.
Good. Thanks, guys. All right, so the first one, well, first I thought, let me just show you how I do this. And if you don't have the dies, this is the Waterfall and Tags die that I showed you. And I really like this one because it's got a lot of pieces to it and they're all just very practical. When we look at Susie's book, we're going to see how you make the waterfall and how you use that. And she also has some cool tags in there used in different ways. So you're really going to want to see that. But the basic way that you can make a tag, this was just made from a scrap of paper. And I keep all my strips. Like when I make book pages, I will sometimes make, I'll use them for other stuff. So I'm just going to cut one corner, and I've seen people do this. I don't really do it that much, but if you didn't have a tag punch, this is how you make your edges, match
Mirrored
up.
so that they're the same.
Yeah, because they look bad if they're different angles. And then the only other thing that you'd have to do is make a hole. So I would use my crocodile And, you know, a lot of people want to make the whole... Okay.
Susie that you heard.
Sorry. Of course.
And there is a delay, by the way, so that you guys know.
I'm doing this on my phone, not on my computer. I don't know what's going on, but I can't even get into my streaming software at all. We tried doing it on YouTube and it didn't work. So
Like 8 ways to Sunday, we tried to make it work.
Yeah, we just can't. I can't figure it out. So anyway, we're going to do it the old-fashioned Facebook Live way. So thanks to all who came on. All right, so what we could do in this case is you could make a folding pocket. You can make a bookmark. But if you wanted to just make a tag, you know, you would just kind of chop it off and you've got a tag.
That's magic.
Boom!
That's like magic.
So I know. I love it. So that is a very basic tag. It's got a hole. And to me, the sides are usually, you know, that little angle there, that kind of to me says a tag. But it can be.
But I've seen some with like curves on the
right,
top.
right.
And
yeah, and there's that
different styles.
the one that has the little three, you know,
Yes.
the curve little thing.
Yes.
All right.
Fancy.
Yes. All right. Now there is one thing I wanted to show you how I would do this on a piece of watercolor paper. The other thing we didn't talk about is what kind of things can you make tags out of? And actually, you can make them out of a lot of different things. I like to use a heavier material because a lot of times I'm going to put something on it like, you know, either I'm going to decoupage it or something, and I would just like to have another, you know, something strong enough to hold the thing that I'm going to put on there. So this is a watercolor cardstock, so I'm going to run that through twice. And you can see we have this cute little watercolor tag. And all I did to make that was I just went through my paint palette and I just made little circles and then I let them touch and then the water bled through, and I really liked the way that looked. That one got a little crazy, but anyway, it's a very easy and quick way. And look at how that came out, like the little scallops. That's cute too.
We can use it!
Another tag! So that is basically how you use the die cut a tag. I mean, it's not that hard. So with that in mind, we're just going to go through these other ideas, okay? So the first idea is, where did it go, Susie?
Which
Our
one?
Washi one?
There, I see shiny.
Oh,
There.
yep, there it is. Okay. Now, I will tell you, we used some packaging, and I cut through some acetate, and it did take a couple trips through to cut it. It doesn't like to, not with a thin lid.
Right.
It doesn't like to cut with a thin lid. This is pretty heavy duty.
I want to say that I've cut graphics.
Yeah.
It's thinner.
It's, yeah.
So there depends how thick your clear plastic is.
Right. And this is from die packaging, and that's pretty sturdy. So what we did here, and Susie just did this, was she took, if you like to journal and you want to bring some washi tape, but you don't want to bring along all those rolls, you know, you just take it and wrap it around, and you can put this in your journal, and then you always have something to decorate your pages with or your tags.
Or if you have a piece of ephemera that you picked up and you want to add it, you can put it in and
you can stick
hold
it in
until you get home and can add it more permanently.
That's a great idea.
Always,
That's Susie.
always the
It's a
tone
genius.
of surprise.
Oh, no.
No, that's a Harry
No,
Potter reference.
Stop it. No, that's not true.
Always the tone
All
of
right.
surprise.
Okay, so that's number one. Okay. Number two is to use this as a palette. And I thought that was a really cool idea because, as you know, I've been doing a little watercolor lately, and maybe you want to blend your colors on here and you get, you know, or even like markers, you know, or what else could you use on here?
Alcohol
Anything,
inks.
alcohol inks, your inks,
You know.
you know how you smush things, this is a nice surface for that, so you blob a couple stamp pads on there and spritz it with water and press it down to make a nice surface or texture looking. So anyway, that's thing number two.
Okay, and I'm going to add at this point, for people who have come in a little bit later, Eileen is unable to see
Yeah,
comments.
I can't see your comments.
So
Sorry.
you're saying hello, and
thank
we
you.
appreciate it. Brenda and
Hi,
Helen
guys.
and Laura.
Oh, good,
And Teresita. And there's a lot of people that have popped in and made it from YouTube. So thank you for letting us know.
Good.
But
Okay.
spritz sprays.
Yeah.
Leslie.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Lots of good ideas.
Yes.
Things you can do with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look through later
Yes,
and
she'll check it
see.
later.
We're dying here, guys. I'm
Yeah.
so happy Susie was here for this total collapse of the system. Okay, this is our third, and this was Susie's idea, and I'm like, Brad tags, what? And so like, again, if you're going somewhere and you just want to have a couple Brads to bring with you, these are great. And this is genius. You could even add little beads down here, or charms, and just stick that in your book, and you'd have a storage, and it looks cute. So this is number 3, Brad tags.
Yeah, we got Washi.
Okay.
Palette.
Next we have bookmark tag grandmother. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, that's a picture of my grandmother.
Smoosh, what a fab word. Karen Gardner
Smoosh,
said.
yes. So this is some old jewelry that I reclaimed, and because it was kind of vintagey, and my grandmother was very girly. And so I just printed out the picture of her that includes this little embossed thing here, and then I just put my name on here. I think these were like promotional bookmarks or something.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
so the tag idea doesn't have the cut corners.
Right.
It's a different shape, but it does have a way to hang it. So
Yes,
that's how we're.
yes.
If anybody else has a different definition
Yeah,
of tag,
tell us. Tell
we
us
want
what you
to
think.
hear what that would be.
Right. Okay, so grandma number 4. Okay.
Amy Powers popped in.
Hey, Amy Powers. Amy Powers, I found some clear pouches today, but
Oh, yes.
not at Walmart. They
Nope.
were in a thrift store that we went to. But they had little lemons and like some
Tie-dye.
other tie-dye. Yeah. Okay, now this is number 4, and we're going to call this a memory tag. That is my dad when he
4.
graduated
That's
from
4.
high school.
So this
Well, this
is
should be 5.
5.
Dad memory tag.
Yeah, 5.
So this is just a tag that I made out of, Seal Right Systems was my dad's company.
Oh, that's very cool.
Oh, I didn't
You forgot
even
you
realize.
did that.
I wonder what
bet you
paper.
did it.
I probably did.
I bet you did it on purpose.
I probably did. I probably found his stamp. That's what it was. Anyway, that's where we lived when I was a kid. So I took some,
Paternal or maternal grandmother?
that was my maternal grandmother. In fact, I was saying that my grandma wouldn't be so happy to see my dad right next to her. He was not her favorite.
She's beautiful.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is about Eileen. Philip, have you something, Eileen?
Yeah.
Discussed Eileen with Frank. Anyway, I liked it because it had my name on it. So this is kind of a memory tag in a lot of different ways, but that's my dad, and he graduated from high school in 1954, and there's his picture. So I think this would be a cool idea to do a black and white photo of like your grandchild or somebody and make like a little batch of tags or little thank you notes with it, Wouldn't that be fun?
That's cute.
All right, I'm not going to
we're
put
at
them too
1,
close.
2,
I'm going to
3,
put Dad
4,
over there
Because
so
grandma
they don't
and dad don't. They don't want to be too cozy.
They don't mesh too much. Okay, so the next one that I have this is a hidden paper clip, and I have a video of how to make these, and I probably don't have time today, but I will show you how they work. And you can do them 2 different ways, and I think I do have 2 samples. But basically, there is a paper clip sandwiched in between here. And so when you put that in your book, it just slides on, and you can hold other things. Like you could hold Grandma. Her name was Mabel. And my other grandmother was Elsie, if you can believe it. So, you can use these to hold in other tags or just ephemera pieces. And now this one goes sideways, but here's another one. And these are not decorated, but they work. This one.
Sarah
is-
Lizzie popped in and she
Oh,
says there's
Sarah.
a massive outage on a lot of platforms, hence why
Oh.
certain things aren't working. Etsy
Oh.
isn't working for many either.
Oh, wow.
Okay, thanks for letting
Thanks,
us
Sarah
know. 'Cause
Lizzie. I thought it was me.
we were going crazy. I didn't think it was you. We couldn't get it upstream.
We
so,
just couldn't
yeah.
get it. Said was it that it said? Like
no
ups-
healthy
Yeah,
upstream,
no healthy upstream. It's like, ugh,
no matter what.
that sounds bad.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the hidden paper clip. All right, then we have, now this was whose idea? Teresita.
And Jenny actually
And Jenny
had one too.
Atkinson also had one because we were on the team meeting. I'm like,
What am
hey,
I
who
gonna
has
do?
more ideas?
Yeah.
So this was an idea to do an accordion tag book. So isn't that cute? And you could journal on either side. You could add photos.
Yeah.
And then just tuck
adhere
this.
one side in.
Right,
and then it
adhere
could be
one
a
side in.
flips out.
Or you could add it to like one side. You know, these have so many options, guys.
Yeah.
You could add that in there and then have it, you know, come out like that. Or this, you know, and
Yeah.
just actually there's another one coming that's
Yeah.
more like this.
Yeah.
But this is, and it's kind of like just a nice little tag book, you know. And it has a good bit of journaling space, and actually this would work good in here because I was telling Susie, I printed out so many photos, I think I was telling you, and I don't have room for all of them. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to either put some in a book, or I could cut them into tags and
Yeah.
just kind of target what I want
I
to
like
print
that.
and
Yeah.
have them come out.
Yeah.
You know, so that was, I'm glad we did this. All right, so that is number 7, accordion tag book. The next one is trifold tag book.
Oh, were you
where
gonna?
is
We didn't
that?
have one made of those. Were you gonna make one?
Maybe.
Because I
Well,
don't
anyway,
think we had one.
Picture
of those.
this, but have it folding like
like a triptych.
like that, and pretend that's not there. So it would just be a trifold, but it would go, you know, into itself like that. So,
Jenny had a gorgeous one.
Yeah, she had
Maybe
one-
we can ask her to put a picture of that on
yes,
in the group.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay, so that's number 8, and then we have the tag pocket flip out, which is this one.
That was half.
Oh yeah.
There's a pocket.
Oh.
This
No.
one. I think that you were just going to talk about how you were going to put that on and then have it flip
Yeah.
out.
Oh, okay. So this one, yeah, this is kind of like what I was just saying. And you could do multiple ones of them. You could actually just make a cute little book if you did a couple of these. And the way I did that was I just took my die and I set it on my machine, and I just didn't cut one of the edges. So that makes it so that the fold comes out and you have just a nice little book. You could put little pages in here, or you could cut a couple of these and staple them or sew them together and again have that as a little book. But also what I like the idea of is taking this and putting one side here, and you could actually glue this and here, and you'd have a pocket, and then when you turn over here, you can have a fun little flip out. So that, you know, one little folder can be used a lot of ways. The other thing was, and I don't think we did this, but we were talking about having a tag as like a tab. So you could take a tab and stick that out here, and it would look cute with your little charms or
Oh my gosh, we're in a
threads.
bonus situation.
We're
in a
bonus, she said.
idea situation.
And Susie
We're-
said you are not allowed to do bonuses because
Way
we could
past
do
10.
another
could-
video. But I can't help myself. So what can I say? And if you guys have any ideas, put them either below the video or
yeah.
in the group, because we would all like to see. In fact, I could probably put my list in there.
Yeah.
You'd have to watch it to know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Tag pocket flip out. What?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's
So-
just Eileen flips out
I
because she
don't
can't get on StreamYard.
Yes,
Okay.
I was. All right, and here is the last one. This is the tag pocket half and tag pocket full. All right, so here is a tag pocket. Now I did it the same way as I did the last one that I was telling you about, except I had the fold up on top here. So this will go over the edge of the book like this. And same thing, you can glue down the back, or you could just make that into a pocket and tuck something in there, and then have this to flip up. You could put a photo here, or what a lot of people like to do is, say they're going to journal something, but they don't really want everybody to see what they wrote. You know, you can just have this to hide it and not have to worry about it. You could take a paper clip and stick it down so nobody would even know there was anything under there, or you could just write on the back of this, and same thing, nobody would know. So that is the
and
tag,
here's the half pocket,
and there's
that
the
you put on
half
the
pocket
front.
that you can just fold up or glue on another piece, and that might be
Yeah.
what I did here.
Yeah.
And you know, then tuck your little tags inside, or little explanation of a photo, or you know, whatever it is that you have. Okay, so that is
Ephemera.
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 And then this is the full pocket, and this is Susie just brought me these cards, and I think they are adorable. And I think this would be a really cute little tag if you just cut off the corners and added a, you know, a little zebra ribbon. Wouldn't that be cute? So, and this one, I just cut a double, and I put the fold down here.
No, it's on the
Oh,
side.
wait. Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
fold.
Okay, I did on the side, and then I just glued up here. And so this is a pocket that can hold a little tag. So you could stick that in. You could actually adhere it down here and here, and then tuck something else underneath. So there are lots of ways to kind of extend the territory that you have in your journal to fit more stuff. And here's another one. Don't tell Susie. I'm going to do your bonus one.
No.
This is just like a little pocket that I did on the front of a book. And these are just end papers that I happen to have. And look at that, how that faded. But that's from my lights down here, I think.
Yeah.
But I just tucked two little tags, one behind and one in the pocket. So
Okay, and Kaylin
What is
said a
Kaylin?
small Velcro dot could hold it down too, but I'm not sure which one she was talking
oh,
about.
probably for this one here,
Yeah,
if you wanted to cover it.
yeah.
Yeah, that would.
And
that's
then
a good idea.
Jennifer Marshall said, I love to cover writing by putting a washi tape hinge on a tag. Fun and cool.
Yes, that would be cute too. Yeah, you could just, you know.
And we have the washi right here.
We just happen to have it, so we could put it down, you know. Or you could even make a little pocket, not for this one, but, you know, wouldn't that be fun to even have that hanging down with little beads sticking out?
Yes.
That would be cute.
Super cute.
I
And
know.
Amy said you could make a gift card holder. Yes,
Yes,
we could.
you could. You sure could.
Yep.
This would work.
That would
You
be
know?
in the front of
Oh,
a
and do
journal,
that.
even like if you were
Yes.
going to gift a journal to
Yes.
somebody and put a little gift card in the front. I love
Yes,
that
it would.
idea.
Yes, it
Yep.
would.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So,
Did you
oh,
want
this
to
is-
take a quick look at this? Which book was this?
oh, yes. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. Okay.
This
All
is
right.
the Folio Journal.
From a long time ago. There,
Yeah.
you can kind of look at
Oh,
that
good.
and see.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope my battery lasts. Anyway, this was when the waterfall and tags came out. So I think that's good. So
Yes,
over
look
here,
at that, guys.
I made. It folds down. It's one of the ones I cut it inside the die line here on the bottom,
Right.
so that it folded down. And then inside, I made an accordion book.
So cute. Wait, why are we not seeing anything here? Where is...
Where's what? What are you looking for?
Are
It's-
we on?
Yes, you are. See right there.
I know, but I think I
I don't know how you can't see it. I just don't know what to tell you about that.
I don't know.
I have no idea what's going
What
on
I'm
with
worried
you.
about is turning it off, but I
Well,
guess. Oh, it's on my phone. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Never
on your
mind.
phone. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
We went through everything on the computer, and then we finally goes,
The heck with that.
Old school. We're going back to the phone.
That's right.
Okay, and so here's a waterfall. And what I did is when I made the waterfall, I made a little pocket. The die comes with the waterfall piece and then this
little
piece that
mat.
fits on top of it.
Yeah.
So I just put adhesive around the edge, and then I used one of the small tags.
Oh.
And so it just gave me so much more real estate.
Oh yeah.
I usually put ignore that one. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, because this is why I usually put little strings on it.
Yes.
But yeah, so it gives you a little extra real estate just to do that. So
adorable.
Yeah.
That's a good use of that die.
Yeah, but I really did like this one.
Yeah.
With the
show,
waterfall.
Where was the other one? Can you?
Just put lots of tags on it. So if it's going to be stationary in your book, you could put pictures, notes.
I love that
You could cut
idea.
ephemera, whatever.
Yeah.
And there you go.
So clever.
So there.
What are these?
These were pages, and
Yeah,
just
but you got tags.
yeah, they're just and this one,
Cute.
you know, folded up, and you could have turned that into an actual pocket if you wanted to. So yeah, this was a book. Whenever I get it back from Eileen, she's using it as a sample. But whenever I get it back from her, it's going to be my dad in World War II.
So
he was
cool.
on this submarine, the USS Tretta, and I'm going to take some of the pictures from that and put it in here.
You should take it.
So, well,
I love that scuba diver.
I know,
that is
right?
like the perfect accent.
I love that
yes.
guy.
Yeah, that was very cool.
So, yeah. So that's all the ideas that, I do like this one. I
Yeah.
had forgotten about this one.
Yes.
I have not seen this book in so
It's
long.
been a while.
I had forgotten.
Yeah.
I forgot I even made it. Well, I didn't, but I forgot how I made it.
Always
Anyway,
fun to
yes.
find those things.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
and now you're back, Eileen. No
All
question.
right.
Were
Well,
there some others you were going to show? or-
not really. Oh, well, I was going to show.
Oh, yeah.
This is what we did last night. I had 10 minutes on Pajama Party. My friend Tiffany and Ann Butler, we did something called Pajama Party with
Pajama
Cool to
Party.
Craft.
On Wednesday nights,
Wednesday
right?
nights
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. And they have different guests, and they do a craft project, just a quick, easy one. And so this is what I did, and I used the swatch card stamp set from the last release. And I actually, I did the stamp, and then I was like, you know what? I get a better idea of what the washi tape is. I would have had to trim that and fit in that little spot.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm just putting strips of washi across the thing, and I could even go on the other side if I wanted to, because like, as you can see, I have 2 of the teal because I have a lot of teal.
Yeah.
So I could probably cover front and back of both of these. But
there's no point in doing that, especially if you're using it as a swatch. And you could turn that into a tag just by punching
yes,
a
you
hole
could.
in it.
You sure could.
Yeah.
Well, and I was thinking that I would take these and just punch a hole and do a little ball chain. And then when I go out to the store, I would have all my washi. This is not all my washi.
This is not even close.
Not even close to it, but I did organize it, and these are some. So that is what we're up to today.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one more. Is this a bonus? And also, Isabel was
No
asking.
bonus.
Well, it's already made. So this one, Isabel, I think, was asking if this is Hessian, which is what we call burlap, but this is actually,
Very fine,
it's something called tobacco cloth, and it's very nice because it frays really easily, and I just made a little pocket out of it. But you could use burlap or Hessian if you wanted. This is another one that we talked about. That
It's a trifold in a different direction.
yeah,
right?
it's just a trifold going another way. So you could take this and put it over the top, and anchor that down, or do a little side. When I have the choice, like, to stick that down seems like a waste if you could have it as a pocket. So I usually do turn it into a pocket, but then on the back here, if you wanted to have that as a fold out, just think of how your paper is oriented.
Yeah.
But,
The design, you mean?
yeah, I would probably do one without a,
Yeah.
pattern type thing.
A pattern.
Pattern. And this is a beautiful one from Jenny that she sent samples with. And
That's gorgeous.
yeah, she did, it looks like, I don't know if that paper was already made and then she embossed on it, but take all of your supplies that you have. I mean, these are great at a scraps.
Yeah.
That's why I love tags. I just cut them whenever I have any leftover stuff. I just cut tags because I know I can always use them somewhere. So anyway, guys, if you don't have that die, I don't know where it went, but it is a really good one. I think it's only $20, so I have a bunch. I just restocked And this is it, but I don't know what I did with it. It was somewhere. Anyway, it's called Waterfall and Tags, and we do have them in the Etsy store. So, in fact, I have several sets because sometimes I cut, you know, if I'm cutting stuff, it's like if I can cut 2 at a time, I will go ahead and do that. So,
and you know what I want to say back to this again, because it should be all about me.
Yeah.
Is I think, let me look. Yes, I did.
I
This
love
is
that.
made out of the waterfall. This accordion
Oh,
book was
cute.
made out of the waterfall
Oh,
because it
my
already
Lord.
comes with
With
the
the
score
score.
line.
Oh, that's
And so
cute.
that made it really easy to have it be the
How
same size.
fun.
And I think I might have trimmed it down.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
But it also
So-
reinforces
Yeah.
your spines.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a great set.
That is such a pretty book. I love that one. So anyway, guys, do you have questions? Now I can look on here, or Susie can. You have that tag set, Caitlin. Well, that, oh, here it is right here. All right, this is what it looks like. I tucked it away because it's reflecting. But
Okay, I have Eileen's, yes. Does the tag in the top left corner with the yellow butterfly have a Hessian? Oh, you said
yes,
that
that's the
already.
one
Sorry.
that she, no, that's good.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Saying hi, yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
How clever, Susie. I see that one.
Oh, now Karen Gartland had also said you could make tags from Coca-Cola cans and create a wind chime.
Oh,
Wouldn't
wow.
that be interesting?
Yes, it would.
Huh.
Yes, it sure would.
Yeah. I'd be afraid I would cut myself on the tin, though.
Well,
so.
once you cut them on the die, though, they like seal the edge.
And
Really?
that doesn't dull the dye, though?
I don't think so. I mean, I
that'd be
cut a lot of
interesting.
butterflies. One of the first dies I made was a butterfly, and
Yeah.
I cut them out of soda cans, and then we alcohol inked like the silver side.
Yes.
And I made tons of them because we made them into pins.
Oh,
And
how cool.
that die is going strong. I mean, I haven't used it in a while
But
because
that
it's
was
old.
a
But
steel rule die.
yeah, yeah.
Not a thin one.
Right, not a thin one. Yeah.
So
But I bet
that's
it could
okay.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Okay.
all right. Well, guys, that's, I think, what we have for today. So,
Nothing but ideas.
yes. Oh, also, tomorrow, if you come back at 4 o'clock, I have a video live with 2 new friends, Kara Brandon and Sherry Cord. And we're going to do an event next Friday night. I'm not sure what time. I think 8 o'clock I have to be there, so it's 9 o'clock Central, and it's called Craft Showdown. I'll put up a lot. I have a graphic for it, but it's kind of like Craft Roulette, but a little different. So I hope you'll come and join me. Could be a disaster.
No,
Is there
you
like-
are always. This worked out fine.
Well, it
This
did,
was
but
very
I can't really
stressful.
see, so I
Yeah.
don't know if it was good or not.
It looks great. It
Well,
looks
we
amazing.
did have a lot of ideas. We'll
Yes.
just say that.
More than 10.
More than 10, yeah, yeah. So now I'm under pressure. Next week, what am I going to do? What, do you guys have any ideas for 10 something?
Or 5.
Or 5? Or 3? Also good. And hopefully StreamYard will recover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Sweating.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, if you have ideas for 10 ways to something, let me know. If I can do it, I will try. And I'll see you tomorrow if you want to come on the live at 4 o'clock. And Grandma says, make good choices.
Make good choices.
All right. Thanks, guys. And thank you so much to Susie. I'm so glad you were here because...
You were fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you
It just gave you time to work things through because I can
Right.
leave messages for people.
Yes,
on
that
YouTube,
was very
so
handy.
That was
Yeah.
handy. Yeah.
So be aware. Hopefully tomorrow this issue will be fixed because we're doing that one in StreamYard too. So who knows? But anyway.
Well, Sarah Lizzie sent me a link to some kind of an
Oh.
article so we can look at that
Oh,
later
okay.
and see what they say. Thank
All
you,
right.
Sarah
Very
Lizzie,
good.
for the
Thanks, Sarah
info.
Lizzie. All right. Okay, guys. We'll take it easy. We'll see you soon, okay? Put your hand in, Susie. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off. I don't know how
Is it
we do
recorded
it.
or something?